Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Are you tired of lugging boxes from the curb into your storage room? Have you gotten so far into this game that your storage room is so packed that it just becomes a 2-hour endeavor just to bring in all of your stock after you bought it? Well, how would you feel about purchasing things from your computer and having those items automatically transfer into your storage, or the option to be able to transfer those items to your storage at the single press of a button that you can customize to be whatever button you want it to be? Well, Easy Delivery is the mod for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Easy Delivery mod, Auto Racking and Quick Racking Tool. Now, as I said before, this mod is very convenient if you're pretty far into the game and your storage endeavors have become a little bit tedious, and now 90% of the game is lugging things into the storage room. This is a very helpful mod that makes it easy for you to take care of that situation. And as I said before, you have two options on how to do that. Before we go any further though, if you have not already seen my original video on how to install mods onto this game, then go ahead and close this video out. Go to my channel and look for a video called Supermarket Simulator, More Customers, Mod Showcase and Tutorial. This tells you everything you need to know about how to get mods working and set up on here. It'll give you access to the files necessary so you can transfer new mod files into the folders. And at that point, once you have that down, you basically just have to read the instructions on every mod page. They'll tell you exactly where the mods are supposed to go, and installing them won't be an issue. But if you haven't seen that video, if you haven't done that yet, if you don't have the initial folders necessary to install mods, then none of this is going to work for you, and it's going to look like a foreign language. So please go check that video out so that way you're well equipped to install new mods, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm going to assume from this point you've already watched the tutorial video that I referenced, and you already have a Bepinex and MLL loader folder in your games directory. You already know how to open your games directory to get here in the first place, so you're already familiar with this. So, what it says you need to do with the Easy Delivery DLL file, wherever you saved it, whether it's in your downloads or on your desktop or wherever it is you saved and unzipped it, that file is going to go in the MLL loader file. You're going to open mods, and then you're going to transfer the DLL file here. As you can see, mine is already here. So after you've transferred the file, the DLL file, into the proper folder, what you want to do is leave your game directory open, but go ahead and open your game really quick. You're going to boot up the game is going to start up, you're going to get to the main menu, and then immediately you're going to close the game back out. Now the reason you want to do this is because a file will be created that will allow you to edit the settings as far as this mod goes. So you want to open up the game real quick, and once you open up the game, go ahead and close it out. Once you're done and the game is closed, you're going to head over back to your video game directory for Supermarket Simulator. You're going to open Melon Loader or MLL Loader, and then you're going to go to user data. Now when you go here, you'll see Melon Preferences. After double clicking on Melon Preferences, they may ask you what type of program you want to use to open up the folder. You want to use Notepad so you can edit it. Once you select Notepad, then you have this here. It'll show Easy Delivery. This is the file you need to be looking at. It'll say your keybind, which you can select to be whatever you want it to be. You can rack free slots. So basically what this means is if you have any free slots that have nothing available in them, then this will automatically rack items to those slots. I don't recommend you turn this on because it'll actually go in and organize your, well, not really organize, but it'll just auto set stuff to go in empty slots in your back, and that'll really make a mess out of your back room. You definitely don't want that. I mean, unless you do, but chances are you don't. So I would not do this if I were you. I would automatically turn this to false and keep it false. But if you want the game to auto rack for you, as in you buy something, it goes on the curve, and as long as there is room in the back, it will automatically send it to the back, then you set this to true. Now, you can have this at true and also still use the keybind to manually do it yourself. So, whatever your keybind is going to be to send items to the back room, make sure that it is a button that you're comfortable with pressing, that's very accessible and easy. Whatever the original button was very inconvenient, so I switched it to E because that made more sense. So whenever you're holding a box physically in your hands, you press the E button, it will send it automatically to the back, given there is enough space for you to do so. So that's basically how you set up the mod, and that's essentially how it works. Alright, now that we're here in game, I'm going to go ahead and basically showcase to you how this mod works and how it functions, and why you would want to or not want to download it. Now, I could have an issue here because I think a lot of my stuff is already restocked, but I'm sure I have some things in the back that aren't really full. So, as you can see, there is nothing on the curb here. Absolutely nothing there, but if I buy something, obviously it will show up on the curve and then you can take it away. But I'm gonna buy something that I have little stock of in the back, like for example this oil. We're gonna buy some water because we don't have a lot of that in the back stock. We'll buy a box of orange juice, we'll buy some of this cake mix, we'll buy that one and this one. So we're buying a bunch of things just to kind of drive the point home. We're gonna go to purchase. Now we've purchased all these things, so when we go out in the outside, what we expect to see is boxes on the curve, but alas, there are no boxes on the curve because they all were auto-transferred into here. So, these boxes, if you're wondering why these are here, these are boxes that did not have any room in the back, so I moved them out of the way. So when I pick this box up and I press E, it tells me that the rack is full. So I can't send this back there because that rack is full, and that's the same story for the rest of these boxes. So as the day progresses and stuff starts selling, eventually I'll be able to send these back too. And that's essentially how it works. Like, that's pretty straightforward. Not a lot of detail to really go into. It is what it is. Makes your overall organization, getting everything together much easier. Because, I mean, as opposed to coming in here and buying 5 boxes and then going outside and making 5 trips here to here to here to here, like, it saves you so much time. And to be honest, you know, like, the worst part of the game right now is when your storage room gets this big and you have to spend 30 minutes doing this back and forth constantly. There's a couple ways that they can fix this in game. There's a few ways that they can go about it. I think adding, maybe giving your character some kind of inventory, maybe some little bar on the bottom that has a little inventory. Maybe you can carry up to 5 or 6 boxes or something like that, and you can just kind of put them in their places back here, select which box you want to use and place them wherever they want to go. Just giving you the ability to be able to carry multiple of the same box. There's a couple ways they can really go about it. I don't really know what the optimal strategy is, but I do know that once you get up to a certain point and you want to keep your backstock healthy and full, it really just becomes tiresome to, like, you spend probably 80% of your time doing nothing but exclusively this, and that's not really fun. So the dev is working hard to bring new things into the game and make it more streamlined and fun. They are listening to feedback and doing whatever they can to make the game a better game. 100% appreciate it, but until further notice, we have some of these mods that will lighten up the load and make things a little more pleasant for us, and that's totally fine. But still support the devs, still advocate for the vanilla version of the game, you know, do all that good stuff. But there you go, that's the mod, that's how it works. Pretty simple, very easy and nice, must-have mod. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.